Hope is not a strategy, and hope right now is actually hindering your possibilities at calling in your soulmate and living the life that is going to light you up. I will say firsthand, I was hiding behind hope for many, many years. I was hiding behind my relationship with the universe as well, saying, well, I'm really clear on what I want to attract in. I've got my vision boards. I'm doing the things, going to the workshops, doing what I thought I should be doing. And I was putting all my faith into the fact that the universe, sooner or later, with a bit of faith sprinkled in there, a bit of fate sprinkled in there too, was going to bring me my knight in shining armor, right? I just had that belief that, friends would tell me I'm a good catch. I was just like, you know what? I know, and there's nothing else that I need to be doing. I've got this. But sadly, this was all very surface, and it was me not taking any responsibility or ownership for how I was actually vibrating in my inner world, right? Inside of my heart. Where were my beliefs truly at? Was I truly in alignment with receiving love? Absolutely not. So it was surface, it was top line, it was jazz hands, it was false positivity that I was projecting out into the world, and it got really draining and wearing that finally I got to about 5 and hoping, right? And putting it out there where I went, well, this isn't working. Where is he? And it wasn't until I got to the other end of my 30s where, having a baby was really important to me. It was a non-negotiable for me. And so I had to take a look at how I was showing up for myself and for love. And it had holes all through it. I was being robbed of the future that I wanted to create by my false positivity, by hoping that things were going to land for me. And when they didn't, I had to look at that and go, okay, this is not the strategy. This is not strong enough. What's actually going on here? What's missing? And what was missing was a sacred container of support, a proven process, and accountability that was going to call my ass out and have me show up guns blazing in a way that I hadn't been showing up yet, where I had to open my heart, I had to learn how to be vulnerable and get really clear on the energy that I wanted to attract in. Not the list of, all the things this guy has to have done, but on the energy of how do I want to feel in this relationship? How do I want to feel in my body and in my skin and in myself first before I attract him in, right? I wasn't asking myself those questions. As far as I was concerned, I was just like, I'm a great catch. I'm doing all the right things. No flies on me. Absolute bullshit. Plenty of flies on me. I was inauthentic. I was full of shit. And I was hiding from the woman that I truly am because I thought I was too big. I thought I was too much. I thought I was too spiritual, too deep. I really didn't think that I was actually good at relationships or commitment. I didn't think that I was the sort of person that men would choose. Because I'm such a big personality, and because I was, leading with strength, right? I've got this energy instead of my heart and my softness and my vulnerability. That was the biggest mistake of all. It was this, I've got this energy that was actually repelling men. And inside of my energy at the time was a lot of fear, and therefore I was overcompensating and proving a lot, and every time I'd go on dates, I'd be bringing a version of myself that I thought that the guy would like. Does that sound familiar to you? It was just all wrong. And so I come back to the main point here that I really want to speak into your heart today and into your future today to say, please stop giving your power away to hope and to this idea that this is just going to solve itself. You only have to look at where you were this time last year, Divine Goddess, and the year before that, and the last relationship you were in, and the one before that, and the one before that, to get honest, to say, do you feel like you're truly confident from the inside, not the outside, when it comes to love? Do you truly feel like love is going to work out for you? Do you truly feel like you are being treated like the priority? And if the answer is no, then don't leave it to fate to suddenly somehow bring you your soulmate, because it's not going to happen. The universe can only bring you what you are vibrationally aligned with. So if you don't feel deeply worthy in your heart of receiving love, you're going to keep attracting in men that are going to prove you right, that love isn't safe, where they're not going to prioritize you, where they will keep ghosting you or letting you down, right? Or worse, emotionally abusing you, putting you down. You know, it gets messy, right? When we're not aligned with our power. So that is my message, is to come out from hiding behind this is just going to solve itself, because it's not, and take a stand for yourself. You know, it starts with making the decision to say, I want more for myself. I don't want to be the one feeling left behind. I don't want to be the one feeling lonely and crying myself to sleep at night. Because you're not just holding back in love. This is going to show up in your career as well, where you're holding back and in a job that isn't really reflecting your true magic. And you're not taking up space confidently, asking for that promotion, asking to grow, asking for that pay rise. Like, I only have to look back to my life when I was so out of alignment, and this was everywhere. You know, I was hiding in the career that I was in at the time. I was settling. You know, it was just showing up everywhere. It was showing up in my bank account. It was showing up in my friendships. Oh my God, it was showing up in my family life with my mum. It was everywhere. And I didn't know how bad it was because I was hiding behind false positivity and hope. Hope is irrelevant. What's relevant and what's going to actually change your life is deciding to be done, just like my book called I'm Done, deciding to be done with tolerating mediocrity, with tolerating not getting what you want, with tolerating scarcity and living in a low vibration and, you know, living in that plane of anxiety and depression. That is beneath you. That is not why you've been put on the planet to suffer. But it's going to come down to you wanting something different and putting all your energy and focus into getting the support so that you can get out of that shitty lifestyle and onto the path, down the dream highway where you belong. Being the most unapologetic, radiant, lovable version of yourself, where it's the new normal, where you're like, of course I attract in my soulmate, because you know in your heart that you're a queen. You're not just saying the words that are empty and meaningless. You know that you are vibrating with your magnificence and your self-worth, and you're like, of course I am attracting in the best of the best in every area of my life. That's what I want for you. But it's not going to come from hope. It's not going to come from trying. It's not going to come from dabbling and wishing and outsourcing, right? And just doing the bare minimum. It's going to come from you rolling up your sleeves, being all in, and saying, this ends now. I'm going to get behind myself. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to do whatever it bloody takes, because I'm ready to claim that future and I'm ready to claim the best version of me. Full stop. Period. The end. And that certainty and that declaration and that bold version of you, yes, you will change your life. Yes, you will be able to receive and magnetize love to you. And notice my language. Magnetize it to you from your inner world, from your heart space, from your greatness. And your man is here in the world right now, waiting for you to get ready, waiting for you to get out of your own way, to give up the shit stories and give up the suffering and give up the complaining and give up the woe is me victimhood bullshit that looks shit on you. Okay, it looks shit on me when I was in it, and it looks shit on you right now. And I'm calling you out because I'm telling you that life can be really fucking good. I love my life. I love my soulmate. I love my little baby girl and my little baby boy who's on the way, and my little dog, and the life that I'm consciously creating. I fucking love it. But it wasn't always like this. Definitely not. So I want this for you too, right? And we can change it. So jump on a call with myself, my team. We'd love to see if we can help you. But change is only going to happen when you're ready to put a stake in the ground and to go for it. You are worth fighting for. A soulmate relationship is your birthright, and attracting in your soulmate is an inside